As a matter of fact, I don't like doing this at all. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Like, I don't care to clean them. They smell so good. Are you coming for me, guy? Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. You wanna know what else I did as an urban gardener? I didn't turn my mic on. We were 10 minutes into this video when I realized this mic was not on. Okay, so I had to go to the hospital, not for me. I went for somebody else, and I am sure I picked up some kind of bug, y'all. So not only, did I not have the mic on, my voice sounds very nasally. So I was like, yeah, we definitely gotta re-record that. So we're back and recording again. Anyway, what are we doing today? We're gonna pot up these seedlings, finally. So listen. Potting up seedlings is not my favorite thing. As a matter of fact, I don't like doing this at all, but I don't have a choice, especially for the fall seedlings because I start them so early. I have to make sure I pot them up. So these have been in here for maybe a month. I think we started them December the 10th when I looked it up yesterday because I did an Instagram post about it. So we are just about at a month of having them in here, but let me show you the roots. We talked about these trays before. They are from Bootstrap Farmer. I want to show y'all the roots. These are the onion roots. This is the air pruning I was telling you about. So they don't start to go around in the trays. They come out of these air pruning slots in the hole at the bottom. So I really like that. They're nice and white. White roots are a good thing. Like brown roots, that could be like over watering or that they're sitting in water too. So it's kind of like they're rotting. But look at these onions, y'all. I'm super excited because I have not had great success growing onions. Reason why I started them so early is because I want them to get really bulky before I put them outside. Anywho, the onion starts are gonna go in a bundle just like they are. I'm not going to separate them out. They don't mind having their roots disturbed. So I'm just gonna up pot them into these for sale trays. They should be able to live in these for sale trays until I plant out in February. So the onions are going into the for sale Bootstrap Farmer trays. If you're interested, there's a link down in the description for these. And then we also have some broccoli, and look at the roots on those. Now these of course have soil on them because there's soil at the bottom of the 10-20 tray. But if you look in the slots, we have nice white roots. That is what you want to see. You like to see that. But look at the broccoli plants too. Nice, strong broccoli plants. They have been in here, like I said, for a month. Probably should have got them out a little bit earlier. The other thing we're going to do today is we are going to fertilize these. I have not fertilized them once since they started growing, so we need to fertilize them. Someone sent me this. I don't know who it was. This is a person who sends me like care boxes every so often, and this was in the care box, and they never put their name on it, but if it is you, thank you so much. So we're gonna fertilize with this. We are going to highly dilute it. Like we are not putting anywhere close to what the directions say on the back. Actually, this has seedling directions on it, so that's a plus. We'll be using the seedling directions for this. So we love that. Okay. I've only ever used fish emulsion. Only reason why I'm not using fish emulsion this year is because I do not want to fight with aphids. I just don't. And aphids are a pest of brassicas. So we are gonna fertilize with that instead. Now, I also went and grabbed some Fox Farm Happy Frog. I have been liking this soil. If you remember last year sometime, I went and bought a very overpriced bag of Happy Farms. It was the only soil I could find. I used to use the Miracle Grow in the black bag. I'm guessing they discontinued it. Someone said that they discontinued it. I mean, I have been using it for years. I really like that soil. So I had to switch it up, and I tried that smaller bag, overpriced bag of Fox Farm, and I liked it. So yesterday I went to one of the local nurseries near me. It's called Boulevard Flower Gardens if you are local, and they have this bag for $30, $29.99. It's a little pricey, but I think that this will get me through seed starting season. Like, I don't think I have to go buy another bag. I will keep y'all updated on that. But I have a lot of spaces to plant. If one $30 bag gets me through the season, I'm fine with that, if I'm honest, because I'm sure I used more than one bag of the Miracle Grow Organics. That's what it was called. So it looks like it's big enough to get me through. And so we're gonna see. Anyway, oh, you might see new stuff behind me. When you want to homestead in a small space, including your house being small, you gotta kind of make things work. So we are sitting at the table that has the freeze dryer on it. So now I do have a table where I can do my seedlings. That's not the kitchen table. And then I just purchased another kitchen table, which I prefer a higher table. That's the kind of table we had before the glass table, before the table we're sitting at now. We had a nice high table, and that's what I like. Also, I'm trying out a new espresso machine. If I like it, I'll tell y'all about it. If I don't, I won't be telling y'all about it. But that's also why I didn't put the name anywhere on it. So I'm gonna be trying that out. I hope I like it because it has a grinder, and then I don't have to grind things separately. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Oh, before we end this video, I'm gonna show y'all the quail setup too, which I'm absolutely loving. I mean, I am loving it, y'all. So let's get to potting these up. Oh, before we move on to that, do y'all remember I planted one seed in each cell? And some of these seeds were not new seeds. So I'm glad that I did that. It's gonna make potting these up much easier, and I won't have to separate any seedlings. So I'm actually really glad that I used restraint when I sowed these seeds. Although we also still have to sow more green magic seeds. Someone said my obsession, I think they said my obsession with broccoli is tickling them. Y'all, I want all the broccoli. I really do. We eat so much broccoli, and I just want to make sure that I have enough for a while. But yes, it does feel like an obsession. I won't deny that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start putting soil into the containers. I couldn't find those scissors. This will have to do. It's working. And this bag is gonna live right here until we finish starting seeds. And if there's some left, then it'll go outside to live. But for now, it's gonna live right here in my kitchen because it's a very big bag of soil. So basically, I'm just gonna put some soil in here. This soil is not moist. I will moisten everything once I get it planted out. So I'm putting a little bit of soil in here. It's not full yet because I'm going to plant my brassicas a little bit deeper than they are in the tray that they're in. Here you have it. Now, I'm gonna separate the roots a little bit down here at the bottom just because they're a bit tangled, not a big deal. And this is me leaving them in there too long, but still, they're not root bound. Then I'm gonna squeeze the sides pretty nicely and push up from the bottom. And the roots and all should pretty much come along with it. We didn't get all of them, but we got a good amount. And so this is a broccoli rabe, and we just gonna drop it down in here, push it down, and see, I'm planting it deeper than it is. So I'm now going to cover it, add some more soil. I made a mess, but that's okay. It's not the kitchen table anymore. We love that. Now you got broccoli rabe planted up, and we're gonna do this with all of the seedlings. Oh, I should have showed y'all that root ball. I'll show y'all on the next one. But it's really that simple, and this is why I'm glad I didn't have to separate seedlings. That was much quicker than having to separate seedlings. And the seedling is already a really good size already. So I went outside because I needed to grab another 10-20 tray to put these in. So listen, if you wanted to pot these up sooner than I'm doing it now, you could. Also, if you have leggy seedlings and you catch them early enough, the same way I just planted this deeper, you can do that to your seedlings too. Now, if you do that, you really have to watch your watering, especially if they're already leggy, because they're also going to be thin. But it is a way to save your leggy seedlings. I got lucky. I didn't have any like really leggy seedlings in this group, so I'm excited about that. But that's what we are gonna do today. I try to up pot my seedlings sooner than a month, especially if they're in the 6-cell trays, but I just didn't get around to it, and that's fine. I need some gloves too. My nails, oh, nail cam, we haven't done that in a while. They're different, each hand, but we haven't done nail cam in a while. Those are the new nails, y'all. I need some gloves. I'm all over the place. Hold on. Just decided I'd grab the gloves that I cleaned the quail area out with. A little bit of quail manure won't hurt. It would be easier if I had already filled up these containers, but I didn't. I am not feeling well, like I said. But this needed to be done, so I was going to do it on camera or not on camera. I figured on camera works too. So that's what I did. I'm going to show y'all the root ball this time when I get it out. But look at how the root balls look. They look real good. And we don't have any root-bound plants in here. No spiraling. We love it. I will pull off the smaller seed leaves. So these are the first leaves that come out when the seed is starting to germinate. And I'm in trouble because I do not have any more plant tags, y'all. So what I'm gonna do is get some tape it on the outside of this, and then I'm gonna write what the plant is on here. Cause I have them, they just need to be cleaned. And for some reason, that's just not on my big to-do list. Like, I don't care to clean them. That makes sense. All right, so we're gonna do this last broccoli rabe, then I'm going to show you how I do the onions, which is pretty much the same way as I'm doing this broccoli rabe. Broccoli rapini, or broccoli rabe is what it's called. Yep. Very nice root system. And take the tag out. Very strong plants too, if I'm honest. Very happy about that. Oh, in case you're new here, I also show you my seed germination station is what I call it. Just the setup of how I've grown these. And it's a very simple setup. It's the setup I have been using. The only thing I did different was last year I went and purchased some bulbs that had a higher lumen. And it's still working out for me, so I love it. Also, these seedlings will be in the house for like 1 more week. And then in the daytime, as long as it's over freezing, they're gonna go outside because I have other things that need to be in the germination station. And I live in a smaller house and an older house, which means I don't have a lot of plugs. So in order to have lights on everything, or at least some light on everything, some of these are gonna have to go outside, but they will be large enough to withstand cold. I don't want to leave them outside in a freeze, although these are cold hardy plants, so they don't mind freezing, but seedlings are not as strong as larger plants. So with that being said, we are not going to leave them outside overnight right now, but in the daytime, we'll move these trays outside. So I'm just cutting off the little seed leaves. This is a green magic. Those are the ones that I really want. I really want those. But before we do those, because y'all have already seen it, we're gonna go ahead and pot up these wonderful onions. Like I said, they're gonna go in the 4 sales, and I probably need to go get another 10-20 tray, filling them up. They don't have to be all the way to the top right now, but we're gonna just put our little hole in there. Make sure you have connection with that hole in the bottom. That's where your water is gonna wick up when you're watering from the bottom. And at this point, I definitely water from the bottom. So let me show y'all the onion root ball. Looks amazing. Oh, we love it, y'all. Love a good root ball. Now, I did that hole too deep. Well, onions, I'm not gonna plant them deeper than they are already in the sale. We just gonna put a hole big enough for this root ball to fit down. It's okay to do brassicas that way. Onions already don't have to be planted deep, so I'm not gonna do that. And then we're gonna just push the soil up and around. And so now they will continue to grow on as well. These are Flat of Italy onions, and everything just looks so good. I will tell you, this is not as annoying as having to separate plants too. So maybe I didn't like having to separate seedlings. Maybe that's what it was, because this isn't nearly as bad. So happy about that. All right. Ooh, you can smell them, y'all. They smell so good. And I'm gonna do the same thing with a piece of tape because I don't have, I don't wanna clean no labels. But just like that, squeezing all the sides, pushing up, they plop right out. Nice. Turn it around so y'all can see. And just like that. we have potted up those onions. And they will grow fine in here in these bunches like this. So there you have it. We have potted up the onions, y'all. So yeah, we're gonna get another 10, 20 tray for one, because the 3-inch trays have inserts that they sit down in so that they don't really fall over, which is something I'm really interested in having. And these don't have that. For now, just to get them out of the way, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead, get these potted up. I'm gonna show you the new quail setup. I'm gonna show you my seed starting setup. And then I'm going to bid thee good evening because I don't feel good, y'all. All right, all right, all right. Everything is potted up. I'm super excited. So now I am going to fertilize. It tells us to do 1 tablespoon per gallon. I don't have anything that's a gallon size in here. I have to figure that out real quick. But we are just going to bottom water, and I'm also going to let that suffice as watering the plants as well. So let me find something that's a gallon size really quick, and then I will be back. Well, all right. We had a little bit of tea left, and so I poured that into another container and use this as my gallon size jug. I'm just shaking it up now. It was 1 tablespoon per gallon. So this is what I will keep for the remainder of the season to make sure I'm able to fertilize it. So I'm just mixing it up really good. And then I'm just gonna pour it into the bottom of these trays to fertilize them. I will wait until I see the soil is nice and moist, and then I will pour any of this out into the garden because I don't want it just to sit. Although it might just get soaked up because the soil was not super moist anyway. So these were the inserts I was telling y'all about. So we just gonna fill it up to a decent size and amount, because this one is not completely full anyway. So I'm just gonna make sure it can get to the holes, and then it'll pull it in. Do the same thing over here. And then we are going to pour whatever is left in these into this one. Whatever is left after that, then we will pour outside. So that's my plan, but I'm keeping this for the next time when we have to fertilize. Now, let me show you my seed starting setup. This is where all of these seeds were started. It has worked for me, and I don't use heat mats. I don't use any of that stuff. Even for my peppers and my tomatoes, I don't use it, but you know, I'm not telling anybody not to. I'm just saying that I don't. But this is my seed starting section. These are shop lights. I think they're called clamp lights, and I got them from Walmart. There's bulbs inside of them. They're just normal light bulbs, LED bulbs. I did get high lumen bulbs too, also from Walmart. They are great value light bulbs. And this is how I start my seeds. Oh, by the way, our snapdragons are looking good. I'm giving them a little more time before I pot those up. If you remember, I started shishito peppers for a video that I needed to do, a reel. So those have started to come up. And then I believe this is a cabbage, the Katarina cabbage. I wanted to try some more of that for the spring. Yeah, that's what that is. So that has also come up. So those trays will come down here as well. And then in a week or two, those trays will actually go outside. Since the trays aren't down here, I just turn the lights to whatever is down here just so it can get a good amount of lights. But that's all. And I have my fungus net traps up here. These are from Bootstrap Farmer. You can see a bunch of nets down there. And then I have some seeds right here that I started the other day. And so they have not germinated. Like I started them maybe 2 days ago. I was watching a movie with my daughter. I'm gonna open that. It seems a little moist in there. So I'm just open those up. So these will germinate, and then I will put some lights on this shelf too, because this shelf will be taken up. So all of the excitement about the quail coop, this is it. They are more like cages. You can get an incubator that goes on the top. This is from a company called Hatching Time, but I absolutely love it. I am seeing a lot less food waste. So right here is where you put the food. I have a single female and a single male in here because I was out of ratio. I am hoping to integrate the two. So we will see how that goes. But that's why I put them right beside each other. And I don't know if y'all can see him, but the water thing back there, that's what he was just doing. Has water that runs through here. There's a reservoir. I think it's so cool, y'all. Look at him. Are you coming for me, guy? Anyway, and then there's another female over here. I'm hoping to integrate the two. So I put them right beside each other. So they'll be beside each other for a week or so. And then you have 3 in here. And then you have your waste thing down here. So all I have to do now, they poop a lot. So I changed this yesterday. Also, if you do have any food waste, you'll see it in these trays. So like that's not a lot of food waste, y'all, at all. You'll see it in the tray because it falls down when they pull it from right here. So there's 3 in here as well. And the eggs just roll right on down here. So I don't even have to open their cage to get eggs. It's really, really cool. I'll go ahead and add my link to that too down in my description in case it's something you're looking for. I know they also have brooders for chickens, but I won't be doing that because I won't be grazing any chickens anytime soon. But anyway, y'all, we got those up potted. I'm super excited. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. But if you have started your seedlings, it's probably a good time. If they've been in their small trays for a month or so, might be a good time to pot them up. You can make that decision by looking at the roots. Also might be a good time to fertilize them. You can make that decision by looking at your plants. My little seed leaves were turning yellow, which they were gonna fall off anyway, right? But I'm also seeing a little bit of purpling. So that's also why I went ahead and fertilized them. I know I didn't do a lot of explaining today. I just figured I would take y'all along with me. Like I said, not feeling well. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.